Okay, so this is up being recorded a day later because I kept getting interrupted, and then no, actually no, it was technically, and then the final part I was gonna upload, but I forgot the one thing, which I don't think even really matters because you probably won't even notice anyways. But it's one thing I wanted to mention, but I'll wait till it's the last thing. It's just how many comics I got, and I mean like the trades, not the floppies. Let's get on with it. Needlessly complicated already prattling on. This is the complete May haul. And yes, I'm including the books I got in June. They arrived on May 30th, like Memorial Day. Actually, yeah, May 30th. They arrived on Memorial Day. I would have gotten them that day if the person that had them had come over to the house, whatever. But, so I'm including that as part of the May haul. I did it for books that came in 2 months late, so, you know. But let's get on with it with the floppies. Carnage issue 2. We get nothing from Carnage, I feel. I mean, yeah, we got Absolute Carnage and Extreme Carnage, which I really hope I don't have to have read to enjoy this, because Extreme Carnage is right after King of Black, and King of Black you have to read Venom. And yeah, you did have to kind of read Venom for Absolute Carnage, but they did a good job on Absolute Carnage and telling you what had happened thus far. It didn't really require you to read Venom. Probably would have been better, but it would have benefited you, but even reading the 2018 series of Venom, it requires you to read Venom before that, and before that, and before that. But Carnage, like, we only have 2 omnibuses of it. Venom, we have 3, coming on 4 with Donny Cates. And that's just, like, scratching the surface of Venom for 4 omnibuses. And then Carnage, who came out, like, a few years later, 1991, Venom was, I think, 1989, but 88, 89, 87 maybe? Maybe even 86, I don't know. But, yeah, and then Carnage, I feel like we could get more omnibuses out of if we don't have enough Carnage to get another omnibus, I feel. And it'd be like the classic omnibus even then, And then maybe some appearances in Spider-Man. We Live, Age of the Palladions 1 and 2. Now, number 1, there's a black version, which I have, and it's just like a cool wraparound cover. I just noticed this last night. Yeah, lighting's a lot better. I'm definitely glad I'm doing this, when it's laid out. But I want to say that there's a white version, and the white version is the same as the black version, but it's a different cover. I probably am wrong, though. I hope I'm not wrong, because I probably would have gotten it. I didn't see it there. But what I do with these, I have a lot of weird, ticks, I guess you could say, about the comics and that I get. And one of these weird things is that I won't get a series if they don't have all the issues that are out thus far at Newberry. Like, if, let's say, We Live had 3 issues out so far, they only had 1 and 2, I wouldn't get that series. It's a way for me to save money, because I don't think they're going to have it, Hell, like, they don't even have issue 3. And that came out, I think, this week or last week. Maybe even this coming week. But when that comes out, Image Comics, they are, like, notorious with not having. Still have not gotten caught up on Firepower. And Green Lantern, which is DC, I know. But Green Lantern, I don't think I'll ever get caught up on. And you wonder why I wait so long to read these books. That's the prime example of why. Once in Future 25. And then, for this one, I just know it's going to be good. I have not read it. Hence why I thought that the series had ended at issue 24. And if I was reading along with it, I probably would know. Oh no, there's an issue 25 coming out. And there's another example I'll get into in a little bit. But, with one of the books you'll see. But for the most part, I don't know if Newberry will have it. I want to wait till for the series to end, kind of. But for 25 issues, come on. Really? But it's just Kieran Gillen. And I know I know I'll like it. I'm not, too concerned with that. BRZRKR issue 8, the only series I read almost the second I get it. Now, I've always had the rule of, and a good example of this is the books, like birthday books, which took forever to come in, not come in like the mail, but come in from people to give it to me. Which is just one person. For the most part, I got it like a day early, actually, or the day of. So everyone got COVID. I already mentioned this before. So the birthday celebrations got canceled outright because we have so much going on this month. So everyone just gave me my presents on different days, and my aunt just gave me hers for me yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So, and that's the reason why I wait at least until the second time I go shopping. So the next time I go shopping, I'll read this. And again, it's a weird-ass reason, but I just told you why. Now, this series I will always have in Mylar, and that is Something is Killing the Children. No matter what issue, it's always going to Mylar. This is issue 22, I believe. Yes. Yeah, it's blocked off because of that. I reuse Mylars. I take books out that aren't worth shit and replace them with books that are worth shit. A lot of shit. But Something That's Killing the Children... Its first issue, and even second and third issues of this series are worth a lot of money. Even the fourth printing, which I own, is worth $120. So, I'm like, yeah, maybe I got distracted, I got off track again. I was like thinking something else, and then totally lost what I was saying. But I decided, yeah, I'm gonna be putting every issue in Mylar, and I'm very careful with reading it. The first issue, I was like the most careful I've ever been with reading a book, because it's worth $120. It's a lot of money for me. You know, I don't have a whole lot of comics that are worth a whole lot. Now, Last Ronin at number 5. This is another reason why I wait for so long. Now, this series, number 1, I knew I'd like. It's everything I've wanted in TMNT. 2, it's a mini-series like this, just 5 issues. I say, to hell with it, I'm waiting until all 5 issues come out. This was the longest I've had to wait for 5 issues. I think anyone has had to wait for 5 issues to come out. It started late 2020, and just now, in May of 2022, or April of 2022, they came out with the 5th and final issue of this 5-issue miniseries. Almost 2 years. No, sorry. Yes, almost 2 years. Insane. And I know why. IDW is just probably going to be the next comic company to go out of business because of what they're doing, because of their terrible practices and whatever the hell they're doing. I haven't even heard the whole story, but I've heard it's bad. You almost didn't get Last Ronin number 1. It's all the mistakes they're making. Killadelphia 21, yet another series that I'm waiting for like 50 issues to come out apparently. But that one I know will be good. It's vampires. It's written by a writer that even I like his books that no one seems to not that no one seems to like, but that I don't think anyone would like. And even I liked those by Rodney Barnes. It was the Quinn Credible, which is a very weird series, and one of those series that I think like it's a very niche market that would like it, you know, that market. And I liked it. So I think I'll like Killadelphia. And Thinking Critical, one of my most trusted comic sources, he also said We Live was really damn good. That's why I got the first trade and the sequel. Still haven't read it yet. But Killadelphia, he said, was good too. Nocterra issues 9, and 10. Same here. But this one is Scott Snyder. And the last Scott Snyder horror book I read, actually I think the last Scott Snyder book I read, period, was Witches. And that it has to be one of my favorite comics of all time. Period. But my favorite books of all time, period. So I know I'll like this. There's more Scott Snyder horror, so I'm not like, oh man, I don't like it. No, I'm like, oh my god. What if it's a 12-issue miniseries, you know? I don't think it will be. I believe it's an ongoing. A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance, issue 6 and issue 7. I'm very glad I asked my the clerk for issue 7 because I almost went without it, and I almost went without the series in general because I was like, okay, I'll have issue 7, not getting the trade or the next few issues. They had it. Saga, chapter 58. This is a series I'm probably the most far behind on, of an ongoing series. Like, maybe, like, I mean, technically, like, Spider-Man and Avengers, but that's because it's been over since the 60s. Saga's different. Saga, I have the compendium on my Kindle, and I had gotten to at least issue 21, but then I forgot a lot of what happened, so I'm back to the number 1, and I think I'm at issue 3 only. I need to get back on that series. Again, it's my whole, what if they don't have the next issue, you know, making myself worry and not want to read the series until I make sure I get issue 59. Because apparently I can't just get on the Kindle. I don't want to get a book for $3.99 on the Kindle. Saga is $2.99, but full price on the Kindle, I can get it for at least 20% off at Newberry. Come on, it's a no-brainer. Twig issue 1. Scotty Young. I really liked his Middle West. Never got to finish it. I'll probably just end up getting the whole series myself. But they had the first 2 volumes at the library, and if they ever get volume 3, it'd be kind of stupid to get volume 3. We'll be 10 minutes in. The Sword of Hypoborea, issue 4. So I keep prattling on. Issue 4, Sword of Hypoborea, and issue 2 of Radio Spaceman. I'm not gonna they can tell a whole story in 2 issues, but probably a sequel series. For Hellboy and all those books, they don't do 1 through 30. They do like 6 5-issue miniseries. It's so dumb. Like, what if no one's gonna know what that means? Like, if they see Sword of Hypoborea, Age of the Palladions, #1, they can say, oh, that's it. That's the first issue, right? Of the entire series. No, it's volume 2. Why does Dark Horse do that? They're just making it so... They're just making it confusing for people. The British Paranormal Society, #1. I don't want to say it's like with Marvel, but they do all new #1s because money. I think Image Comics. I think Dark Horse Comics is above that. British Paranormal Society, not written by Mike Mignola, even though it's the Hellboy. It's Chris Robertson, and I think he teamed up with Mike Mignola for either Witchfinder or Baltimore. Maybe neither. Maybe I'm thinking someone else, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Harrow County Lost Ones, issue 1. This one's another weird one because they keep doing like miniseries. Like they did like the first 32 issues, I want to say, of Harrow County, and then the miniseries. And this is the 3rd one, thus far. And they're all 4-issue miniseries, too. It's really odd. I think it's just like Tales, like it's kind of like it's, like different, like, it focuses on a different character for those 4 issues, I guess. I don't know. Batman Beyond the White Knight, book 2. Monkey Prince, #4. Jurassic League, #1. One of those ridiculous-ass comics I just had to own. World of Krypton, 6 of 6. I actually read the first issue of this. It was pretty good. Again, I got that because I got the original World of Krypton trade for free on the Kindle. It's still free if you want to get it. It's a sci-fi custom variant, but it's the same shit that you get in the other trades, I think. I think there's like a couple missing issues, but for free, come on. You at least get the John Byrne series, which is all I wanted. The Nice House on the Lake. So I was like, why not get World of Krypton, the new series. Book 8. Catwoman Lonely City, book 3. For whatever reason, I keep thinking that A Nice House on the Lake. Not I keep thinking about, oh, actually, I thought it just 2 seconds ago. That's Boom Studios. It's not like DC Comics. And then Suicide Squad, Get Joker, book 3. Took forever for this one to come out. Originally scheduled for November, didn't come out until May. It's Brian Azarello. I'm currently rereading his Cage miniseries. If I like that, I think I'll like everything Brian Azarello, because his Cage series was not reviewed very well. The artwork, I would say is a little weird and like it's different than what you would expect. It's kind of ugly, but I think it's a point. It's supposed to be. That's way. That Texas Blood. Now this is kind of like a murder mystery type of deal. It seems different from it. Here, you can read the back if you want to. I don't know if you can see it good, but all you guys are wondering what it's about, and I hadn't got a chance to read volume 1. No, they hadn't got a chance. 7 to 13 collects, but I just had other books to read, and I think that wasn't that the week they got like 50,000 library books. I think it was. Righteous Thirst for Vengeance, volume 1, collecting the first 5 issues of this series. It's Rick Remender. You'll see a lot of Rick Remender coming up, especially with the birthday haul, which you already saw, hopefully, so you know. I got a lot of Rick Remender this month. Speaking of which, Strange Girl Omnibus, collecting the first 4 volumes of the series, or all 4 volumes of the series, in one pretty thick omnibus. Now, this one I was very skeptical on. The number one reason I wanted to get this was because it was Image. Spoilers, all my trades I got are all by Image. Except for technically that Justice League one, but that I'm going to be selling, so I'm not going to count that. What was I saying? Oh, so, number 1, Image. I was Rick Remender. I was on a Rick Remender Image kick after, because I finalized what I wanted for my birthday by that point, and it was a lot of Rick Remender and all Image. And then I read Blankets, and I was very skeptical about the whole like religious thing. So I'm not like huge on religion, like, and I never will. I'm probably will never read the Bible or anything like that. I never go to church. You know, I hope I'm not offending anybody, but I'm not like a huge religious person. And I thought this would be like a Sunday morning cartoon, like, you know, that kind of thing, religion. But then I read Blankets, and they dealt with religion in a way that I hope this does too. And I'm pretty sure this will too, but not as much as Blankets did. But this is like after the rapture. Looks very interesting. Oh, 18 issues for this guy. It's 4 volumes, but 18 issues in all. God Hates Astronauts, the Omni Megabus. Out of all the books I got this month, trades and all, this is the worst of the. This is the worst like, condition that any of the books came in. Technically, Strange Girl, the first copy, but I returned that, as you know, as you saw. This one collects all three volumes. Just crazy. It's thinner than the Strange Girl one, but there's a lot of additional shit. Bad example. There's a lot of like sketches and junk like that, and I think they have like a redux of issue 1. Okay, so this collects volumes 1 through 3. 3D Cowboys. I don't know why it says originally published by Image Comics. It's still Image Comics. 3D Cowboys 2D Spectacular. Grenade Horse Apocalypse issue 0. Goats Eat Castanets -1. The Garbage Edition. And The Head That Wouldn't Die number 4. With all those, like, one-issue, one-shots, whatever how you want to call it, this, you know, is a crazy, you can tell it's a crazy-ass book. Still have not gotten around to reading it, but the artwork was pretty good, and what drew me in was just, like, a thick-ass book. I will admit that was the only thing that really drew me in, and it was in Near Mint Conditions haul for that month. It was in March and April. And I was like, why not get it? And it was a Kickstarter. That's great too. I want to support Kickstarter and Indiegogo's, all of that. I think it was Indiegogo, not Kickstarter. Because so many people, so many comic creators, like big names too, always like talk down on crowdfunding. It's just like crowdfunding comics because they're idiots. And I want to support crowdfunding comics. So I'm like, why not get this? It's on Amazon. I can't fully support crowdfunded comics because I don't have a credit card, and no one in my family will trust anything that's not Amazon. So, I mean, even Comixology, because it was my mom's account, and they had given her like an email or something, and she was really upset about that. And I was like, dude, don't worry, it's Comixology, it's an Amazon company, and even that she wouldn't fully trust. But yeah, it's crazy. So, that's why I can't fully support crowdfunding comics. Even then, even if I had a credit card, I'm the least impatient person, and the most impatient person you will ever meet. Hence, the whole waiting for those 3 Black Magic volumes. Spoilers, it's one of the books coming up. It's birthday haul, but you've seen like 50 times already. And I just got it yesterday. Alright, continuing, so this one, yeah, and it was just like, sounded like an insane comic. It was like, just like throwing shit at the wall, super insane, you know. Sound interesting. I keep saying the same words, you know. And this is the only book that I regretted buying, because I thought this was the last of the Invincible series, all the spin-offs, besides Tech Jacket and the other one, the True Brit. Those ones I wasn't going to get anyways. But this I thought was the last of Invincible itself, like the, you know, with the word Invincible on it. There's 2 trades of Invincible left, and I probably will end up getting those, but I don't want to. Probably not gonna. But this one I thought would be the last of it. It's the only reason why I got this. Because this was rated very low on Goodreads, who I mostly trust. And this one, like, they hardly ever have a book that's rated that low it's any good. So this one collects Invincible, because I'm a completist, as you know. Invincible presents Adam, Eve 1 through 2, and Invincible presents Adam, Eve, and Rexplode 1 through 3. So it's Invincible presents Adam, Eve, and Rexplode. But yeah, this is like a spin-off that there's the reason why it's not collected in compendiums. But this series is, in this series, I did not regret getting, and that is The Astounding Wolf Man. All 4 volumes. Volume 1, collecting all 7 issues, not all 7 issues, collecting 7 issues, plus, nope, just issues 1 through 7. Volume 2 collects issues 8 to 12, and it does collect Invincible 57. I thought it didn't before, because it didn't show it on the, sometimes they'll show it on the back, but not in the book itself. I don't mind if it doesn't collect issue 57 of Invincible. Now, this was one of those series that was collected in the Invincible Compendium. I think he had a crossover with Wolfman, so I was like, why the hell not get this? And this one, it seems to be about, like a guy, it's like American Werewolf in London, where he turns into a werewolf. Volume 3 collects issues 13 to 18, and Volume 4 collects 19 to 25. Now, if you've already seen my birthday haul, like all the books, my complete birthday haul, you can skip out, because I'm getting onto those now. And for those of you who want to know how many trades I got, 41. 41 trades in all. I may just put in all the trades I got in the description, so we can have a discussion on one. If you can't watch the whole entire video, because we're already 20 minutes in, then we can see the description for all the books I got. I'm not going to include the floppies, but I will include the trades. But then we can have discussions. I like those discussions. Invincible is a really good series. I really want to know about Texas Blood, or I really, I just like those kinds of comments. I mean, I haven't read any of these yet, mainly because I was waiting for all the books to come in. I know, really weird, but when you have to wait over a week, no, not over a week. Well, technically over a week, for 3 books, you kind of go insane, and you're like, I don't want to read any of the books yet. Alright, so continuing on, Invincible Compendium 1, I don't know why I didn't grab them, but I know it's, like, weird tics that I have, but that's the way I am, and I hope you guys understand, like, I had to wait, and this usually happens, like, that's why, because of those reasons, why I don't read the books right away. I'll at least wait, at the very least, I'll wait until a second time I go shopping, or, until I get everything that I was owed, And Volume 2, Compendium 2, and Compendium 3. Collecting all 144 issues, but I'll go over which each compendium collects. This one is 0 through 47, Invincible, and plus an Invincible story from the Image Comics Summer Special. I don't know why it doesn't say the Pact Issue 4. I think it's the only fan that they don't say is collected, but it is. Yep, and the Pact Issue 4. Now the Pact, I don't think it's collected in digital form, or even in trades. It's odd. Even though Invincible stars in it, and, issue 4 is collected in the compendium, in the compendium, yeah. This one, Volume 2, Compendium 2, collects issues 48 to 96 of the Eisner-nominated series, plus Invincible Returns #1, and then Astounding Wolf Man issue 11. And finally, Volume 3, but this one just collects 97 to 144. Skybound. Is that like Robert Kirkman's company? I could be wrong. So those ones I was getting no matter what. No matter what happened, I was gonna get those. Yeah. I've already said it. It was one of those books, one of those series I was dying to read, and now I'll be watching the Prime Video series. This kind of pisses me off. There's so damn many spin-offs and shit like that. I think it's because it's like Avengers, I think, at least, where there's a lot of characters in that series, and you want to see, oh, who's this guy? I want to know more about him. Oh, here's his series, but it's still kind of dumb to me. I at least want all the books that Invincible stars in, at the very least. But even that's a lot. And I thought that only one would be was the Invincible Presents, but nope. Now this is the most recent series I got, and this is one that I had to wait over a week for, and that's Black Magic. Volume 1, Awakening, collecting the first 5 issues. Volume 2, Awakening 2, collecting 6 through 11. Right? Yep. And Black Magic, Volume 3, Ascension 1, collecting Black Magic 12 to 16. And they only have 16 issues so far. It's kind of odd. What's odd is that they're not saying it's like, oh, the final volume of the series, it wraps up. But it's like witches and demons and like it's supernatural shit. I think she's also a police officer, so it sounds very interesting. It sounded very interesting to me. It's by Greg Rucka, and Greg Rucka like is almost never disappoints. I think the only series people seem to outright hate is his Lois Lane series. I still have not read that. I'm still very skeptical to get it. I'm glad I did, because I don't know why. It was just one of those series I couldn't see myself not having. Again, I don't know why. I wasn't getting it I wasn't getting it just because of Greg Rucka, because Greg Rucka isn't a writer that I'll get his series like without looking up anything. Like no, Mike Mignola is. Even Mike Mignola, I have to research it a little bit, mainly because I don't want it to be from the pages of Hellboy, and I have to read that Hellboy book, you know. For the most part, you don't have to do that. And for the most part, all the books I have from him, you don't have to do that either. Die, 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 Volumes 1 and 2. Now, Volume 1 is really weird because, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but usually Volume 1 and 2 are at least the same price, or cheaper. But this guy is $20, and this guy is $17, $19.99 and $16.99 technically, but you know. But it collects 8 issues. Because it's a first volume collector's item, they got to jack up the price. Or as I like to call it, jack off the price. And then this one collects 9 to 14. Yeah, it's less issues, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah. 2 less issues. But it's all 14 issues and 2 trades. Not only are these all by Image Comics, but these are all the complete series, at least thus far, of all these series, all these books. As you'll see with Black Science. Spoilers. When I say it like that. Family Tree, Volume 2, Seeds, collecting 5 through 8. And Volume 3, Forest, 9 through 12, collecting 9 through 12 of Family Tree. Family Tree was a really weird concept. Like, it like turns into a Die 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 is like a, it seems like a crime kind of book. Like if you're being a bad person, these people come after you and stop you. Like it's like vigilante kind of shit. It sounds interesting. And Family Tree is like this girl grows a tree out of her out of her body, and it's kind of it's very interesting. I would say it's like that Disney movie, The Odd Life of Timothy Green, but I don't think anybody's seen that. Only reason why I saw it was because I knew it was coming out way back when. I really liked that movie. It's one of my guilty pleasures. I know it's a terrible movie, but I still like it. Alright, next to, this is a noir series. This is Good Asian, like the crime series, noir crime series, I believe. Good Asian 1 through 4, and Volume 1, yeah, 4 issues for $15, $14.99. And then The Good Asian Volume 2, $17.99, collecting 5 through 10. Now, I think what Image Comics does, is they go by arcs. If it's a 4-issue arc, they're only collecting 4 issues. 5-issue arc, only 5 issues in that trade. I could be wrong, but like 4 issues in one? Why not just do 5 and 5? And now, the Volume 2, not only is it the worst of the conditions, again, besides, actually, no, wait, well, of the library books, of the birthday books, that's that right there. It does show on the next page. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah. But this one also, it went from California to New Hampshire in not even one day. That was insane. I woke up and it was out for delivery. That never happens. And yeah, it wasn't Amazon. It was UPS and USPS. And I honestly wish that I could get USPS more often for shipping, because they're fast. Amazon has to wait till 11 for it to get out of delivery, and sometimes 11:30 and 12 o'clock. It's insane. And for an impatient motherfucker like me, that's torture. I'm just looking. There's things I want to mention that I mentioned before. Oh, deliveries were kind of weird because some of them books, like here, I'll give a great example. So I got all 9 volumes of Black Science, and like Volume 9 was, is that me? Nope. Volume 9, and say Volume 8 and 9 was in the same, box as Invincibles 1 through 3. So I didn't have, and then like, this and that, you know, and then one issue of Good Asian was in the same one, and you know, it was really weird. Not only that, but there was 3 boxes in total, actually 4 I think, maybe even 5 if you count Good Asian, And then the way they did it with the big package, like the heavy ass package, was they had it stacked like this, and then some were like that to prop them up. That's what I want from Amazon. Like, they took great care in doing that, and none of these books came in bad condition. None. And even like the Invincible compendiums, especially with those, that is unheard of for Amazon. So I kind of have a complete turnaround with Amazon. Not complete, like almost complete. I said almost. I didn't say almost. Volume 1, How to Fall Forever, Black Science, collecting Black Science 1 through 6. Oh, I didn't go over who gave... Oh, damn it. There's always something I forget. Okay, so I know I did it last time. I was going over who gave it, like, said it was good. But Patton Oswalt, it was, Steve Ewan, it was, not Steve Ewan, Steve, the guy that did, who drew Old Man Logan with, Mark Millar. Kieran Gillen said this was good. A lot of people said this was good, and I was like, okay, I'm getting it. It's Rick Remender. Spoilers, the rest of these are all Rick Remender. Black Science Volume 2, Welcome Nowhere, collecting Black Science 7 through 11. We're already, like, almost, over 30 minutes in already, so. Black Science Volume 3, Vanishing Pattern, collecting Black Science 12 to 16. Now, I read the first issue of Black Science. I remember not liking it, but it was a long time ago. And it was, as we'll see with Low, I had a complete turnaround with Low, and I think I like the series, like with Low. So I'm making a huge gamble, but one that I don't think I will be disappointed with at all. Volume 4, God World, collecting 17 and 21. Volume 5, True Atonement, collecting Black Science 22 and 25. I do want to go over what each volume collects, because just showing them and saying like a little bit about them, I feel like that's not complete. Alright. Volume 6, Forbidden Realms and Hidden Truths, collecting Black Science 26 to 30. Black Science Volume 7, Extinction is the Rule, collecting Black Science 31 to 34. Black Science Volume 8, Later Than You Think, collecting 35 to 38. Then finally, Volume 9, No Authority But Yourself, collecting Black Science 39 to 43. 43 issues and 9 volumes. Next 4 are all 7 to Eternity, collecting all 17 issues of this series. 4 issues per volume. Volume 1, The God of Whispers, 1 through 4. This is a series I started at Newberry. At the library, they didn't have a complete series, so I was like, let's buy the whole series myself. I don't mind doing that, especially with Low, and I'll explain later when I get to Low. 7 to Eternity, Volume 2, Bell the Betrayal, collecting 5 through 8. Volume 3, Rise to Fall, 10 to 13. And then Volume 4, The Springs of Zal, 14 to 17. 14 to 17 for Springs of Zal, Volume 4. 7 to Eternity. Fear Agent, all 4 volumes, collecting all 32 issues, plus the Tales of Fear Agent. Now, I think it does collect... I think Volume 4, collects issue 16. Because that's what everyone said on Reddit. And I'm like, okay, I hope I trust them, but not fully. This one collects 1 through 10. Volume 2 collects 12 to... Wait, what? What the fuck? Where's issue 11? Issue 11 is missing too. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me right now? Hang on, guys. Oh, Ed Brubaker said this one was good. I didn't mention that last time. I mean this. The quotes. I don't know why I didn't specify that shit. Yeah. So issue 11 must be also Tales of Fear Agent. I just realized that. Never came to me. Fear Agent 12 to 15 and 17 to 21. Again, skipping issue 16 and issue 11, which I hope both are collected in Tales of Fear Agent. Fear Agent 22 to 32. Now, technically, these were first by Dark Horse, but it's Image now, so I count it as Image. Whatever it is now, it's now. Mark Waid said it was good. Nice. Jack Davis, too. He sounds familiar. What did he do? Oh, Mad Magazine. Maybe that was where I remember him from? I don't know. Then Fear Agent Volume 4, Tales of Fear Agent, collecting Tales of Fear Agent. Again, it doesn't say, like, specifics. So, a lot of, like, what do you call them? Anthology stories. Death or Glory. The only one besides... Oh, Fear Agent is, like, post-apocalyptic. But the only one I know very little about, no one seems to know about this series. Fear Agent, like, everyone seems to know about that series. Like, Rick Mender's #1 critically acclaimed series and, like, most popular series, at the very least. Death or Glory, no one talks about, and didn't get the best reviews, but the story sounded very interesting to me, and it's a prestige hardcover. Pretty nice hardcover. But yeah, all 11 issues in that series. And yes, the trades also collect all 11 issues. I thought it didn't because Amazon steered me wrong, but it was just Amazon being wrong. Now, finally, last but certainly not the least, Low Book 1 and Low Book 2. Collecting all 26 issues of this series that I had probably the biggest turnaround on. First 3 times I read this series, the first like issue or so, I could barely get past the first issue. The fifth time, I was like, what the hell was I thinking? Why did I not like this series? It was one of those books, like, I wasn't even bored, I was hooked right off the bat. And I was like, what the hell was I thinking? How could I not like this series? Sometimes I have the weirdest opinions on books. And this is a prime example. Volume 1 collects 15 issues, or Book 1 rather, and Book 2 is 16 to 26 of the series that the only volume they didn't have at the library was Volume 5. But this is a series I know for a fact that I'm going to read again and again and again. I just got finished with Volume 1, the first 6 issues, not too long ago, and I already want to read it again. I was like, earlier this month, actually earlier last month, like 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I already want to read the first 6 issues again. That is insane. This is my highest recommendation. Get the hardcovers, they're so damn nice. They're a bit big, a bit chunky, but I mean, I haven't like read through them again. Again, I haven't read through them, but it's an omnibus. Actually, it's an absolute more like, but actually, I read the there was the Dark Knight Returns, but the All-Star Batman and Robin, which it was such a guilty pleasure, such a bad book, but it was just like so bad it was good. But none of these got bad reviews, except for technically Death and Glory, and Strange Girl was pretty low. Oh, I'm sorry, Invincible too, but that one I don't count. But 41 trades in all. I'm counting the hardcovers, all by Image too. And that, as they say, is that. 40 minutes going over everything I got in May. And only twice did I really pile on too much. That is it. I will see you guys hopefully soon for whenever the hell that library book's gonna come in. Oh, Infidel technically is like a prequel to Good Asian, they said, but it's not. Good Asian can read without Infidel, I'm sure. And it just said it was like, 'cause it's written by the same guy. But it seemed to be 2 completely different books. But that is that. I keep saying that's that. See you guys whenever the fucking book comes in from the library. 41 trades. The most I've gotten at all. And it's because I didn't get a whole lot any omnibuses, but I didn't want that. I always like image. Actually, Strange Girl omnibus. But I don't only count that as an omnibus softcover. But again, that is that.